let's go over the Christian news for November 5th, 2024. First, the remarkable efforts of Tim Tebow's Foundation in the fight against human trafficking. The Tim Tebow Foundation has been a beacon of hope for many. Founded by the renowned athlete Tim Tebow, the foundation is dedicated to bringing faith, hope, and love to those needing a brighter day in their darkest hour of need. One of the foundation's most significant initiatives is combating human trafficking. Through various programs and partnerships, they strive to rescue and restore victims while also raising awareness to prevent future occurrences. Now, let's shift our focus to a different kind of change maker, Generation Z, and their growing influence on American politics as the 2024 elections approach. Generation Z, those born between the mid-1990s and early 2010s, are stepping up in unprecedented ways. Their unique perspectives and priorities are reshaping the political landscape. One of the key areas they are focusing on is climate change. This generation recognizes the urgency of environmental issues and is pushing for comprehensive policies to address them. Social justice is another critical issue for Gen Z. They are actively advocating for equality and fighting against systemic injustices. Their voices are loud and clear, driving conversations around topics like racial equality, gender rights, and economic disparity. What's truly remarkable is how Gen Z is leveraging social media to drive political engagement. Platforms like Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter have become powerful tools for mobilizing support, sharing information, and rallying for causes. This digital savvy generation is not just consuming content. They are creating it, influencing their peers, and holding leaders accountable. As we look ahead to the 2024 elections, it's clear that Gen Z will play a pivotal role. Their active participation and unwavering commitment to change are not just shaping the present, but also charting the course for the future of American politics. Next, we turn our attention to Gaza, where a ministry has stepped up to offer aid to 4,000 civilians caught in the crossfire of ongoing conflict. The humanitarian efforts have provided essential supplies and support to those affected by the turmoil. These supplies include food, water, medical assistance, and shelter, which have delivered a lifeline to many in desperate need. This initiative is a powerful reminder of the importance of global solidarity and compassion in times of crisis. It underscores how collective action and empathy can make a tangible difference in the lives of those who are suffering. As we witness these acts of kindness and generosity, it is crucial to remember that our shared humanity binds us together, urging us to support one another, especially in the most challenging times. The aid provided to Gaza's civilians is not just about immediate relief. It is a beacon of hope, signaling that even in the darkest moments there is light, and there are people willing to help. In a world often divided by borders and beliefs, such efforts remind us that compassion knows no boundaries. Next, in a remarkable blend of culture and spirituality, Harvard Memorial Church recently hosted an event where Taylor Swift's lyrics were read as sacred texts. This unique gathering aimed to explore the cultural and spiritual significance of Swift's music, drawing intriguing parallels between her lyrics and traditional sacred texts. The event attracted a diverse audience, highlighting the broad appeal and impact of her work. Attendees experienced a deep, reflective atmosphere as they listened to the profound words of Swift's songs in a new, enlightening context. This event not only showcased the versatility of her music, but also opened up conversations about the intersections of art, culture, and spirituality. As we consider the various ways in which art influences our lives, this gathering at Harvard reminds us of the transformative power of music and its ability to connect with the human spirit on multiple levels. Whether through the lens of pop culture or sacred tradition, the messages within Taylor Swift's lyrics resonate deeply, offering insights and reflections that transcend boundaries and speak to our shared human experience. For the next article, we dive into a comparative analysis of two prominent political figures in American politics, Vice President Kamala Harris and former President Donald Trump. The article, titled, "Where Do Harris and Trump Stand on 10 Major Policy Issues?" provides a comprehensive breakdown of their positions on key topics that are shaping the nation's future. First, on healthcare, Harris advocates for expanding the Affordable Care Act and introducing a public option, while Trump focuses on reducing regulations and promoting private healthcare solutions. When it comes to climate change, Harris supports aggressive action towards achieving net zero emissions by 2050, whereas Trump emphasizes energy independence, often supporting fossil fuel industries. On the economy, Harris pushes for increased minimum wage and broader social safety nets, contrasting with Trump's approach of tax cuts and deregulation to stimulate economic growth. Regarding immigration, Harris favors a more humane and comprehensive immigration reform, while Trump maintains a stricter stance with an emphasis on border security and immigration enforcement. In terms of education, Harris supports free community college and increased funding for public schools, while Trump advocates for school choice and charter schools. On foreign policy, Harris seeks to strengthen alliances and uphold international agreements, whereas Trump prefers a more isolationist approach, focusing on America first. When addressing criminal justice reform, Harris aims for systemic changes and reducing mass incarceration, while Trump emphasizes law and order, with a focus on supporting law enforcement. On gun control, Harris supports stricter regulations and background checks, contrasting with Trump's defense of the Second Amendment and opposition to new gun control measures. Regarding LGBTQ+ rights, Harris is a strong advocate for equality and anti-discrimination laws, while Trump's policies have often rolled back protections. Finally, on voting rights, Harris aims to expand access and protect voter rights, while Trump has raised concerns about voter fraud and supports measures to tighten voting regulations. This detailed comparison highlights the stark differences between Harris and Trump on these critical issues, offering voters a clear perspective on where each stands as the 2024 election approaches. Understanding these positions helps us engage more thoughtfully with the political process and make informed decisions about the future of our country. Next up, Charlie Kirk's organization, Turning Point USA, is making significant strides in mobilizing Christian college students towards conservative political causes. The article, titled "Charlie Kirk's TPUSA Mobilizes Christian College Students to the Political Right," delves into the strategies TPUSA uses to engage young voters and the consequential impact on the political landscape. TPUSA employs a variety of tactics, from hosting high-energy campus events to leveraging social media platforms, all aimed at galvanizing a new generation of conservative activists. These efforts are not just about promoting individual policies, but about fostering a broader ideological shift among young Christians. Through workshops, speaker series, and grassroots organizing, TPUSA provides students with the tools and knowledge to advocate for conservative principles in their communities. The focus ranges from defending free speech on campuses to promoting economic policies that align with free market ideals. The influence of TPUSA is already visible, with many Christian college students becoming increasingly active in political discourse and advocacy. This mobilization is reshaping the youth vote, traditionally perceived as leaning liberal, by embedding conservative values within the fabric of young Christian communities. As we approach the 2024 elections, the efforts of TPUSA and similar organizations will likely play a crucial role in shaping the political inclinations of the next generation. Understanding these dynamics is essential for comprehending the evolving landscape of American politics and the pivotal role young voters will play in it. Next, in a recent announcement, former President Donald Trump pledged to support homeschooling families by offering a $10,000 per child tax write-off. This initiative aims to provide financial relief and encourage more families to consider homeschooling as a viable educational option. Trump's proposal highlights his commitment to educational freedom and parental choice, ensuring that families have the resources they need to provide quality education at home. The proposed tax write-off is part of a broader effort to empower parents and promote educational alternatives outside the traditional public school system. By reducing the financial burden, the initiative seeks to make homeschooling more accessible to a wider range of families, potentially transforming the educational landscape in the United States. Advocates of homeschooling argue that this approach allows for a more personalized and flexible education, tailored to the individual needs and strengths of each child. Critics, however, raise concerns about the potential for reduced oversight and the varying quality of education that homeschooled children might receive. Despite these concerns, the proposal has garnered significant support among homeschooling communities and conservative groups, who view it as a step towards greater educational autonomy. As the conversation around educational choice continues to evolve, Trump's $10,000 tax write-off proposal is set to be a significant talking point in the 2024 elections, reflecting broader debates about the future of education in America. Understanding the implications of such policies is crucial for grasping the ongoing shifts in the educational landscape and the diverse needs of American families. As we move forward, the dialogue surrounding educational freedom and parental choice will undoubtedly remain at the forefront of political discourse. Last, in a recent article from the New York Times, former President Donald Trump's increasing alignment with Christian nationalism has been highlighted as a pivotal aspect of his political strategy for the 2024 elections. Trump's speeches and public appearances are increasingly infused with religious rhetoric, aiming to galvanize his base of evangelical supporters. This approach underscores his commitment to intertwining faith and politics, advocating for policies that resonate with Christian conservative values. Trump's emphasis on religious freedom and traditional Christian values has been a cornerstone of his appeal, particularly among voters who prioritize these issues. His rhetoric often frames the political landscape as a battleground for the soul of America, calling on his supporters to defend their faith against perceived secular threats. Critics argue that this strategy risks deepening divisions and alienating those who do not share these religious views. Nonetheless, Trump's embrace of Christian nationalism is a calculated move to solidify his support among a key demographic as he seeks to reclaim the presidency in 2024. As the election approaches, the role of religion in American politics continues to be a contentious and influential factor, shaping the discourse and priorities of candidates and voters alike. Understanding this dynamic is essential for grasping the broader implications of Trump's campaign and the evolving landscape of American political and religious life. For more Christian news, subscribe to our newsletter.